you must be relieved that the powers that be in your party have agreed to support this rebate.
Well, as I've said consistently, Kieran, there is no doubt that Australians are struggling here in Casey and across the country. I mean, they're still waiting, and we've seen that the government have finally admitted that the $275 bill reduction that they promised 97 times before the last election, over 30 times after Russia invaded Ukraine, they now use that excuse, but they continue to run with their $275 reduction promise. That's a broken promise. It's not going to be delivered. Bills up over $1,000 in my community across the country. We're not going to stand in the way because the Australian people need all the support they can get after the continual failures of the Albanese Labor government. This is a government that is not dealing with the cause. They are dealing with the symptoms. It's what they've done for the last 18 months, because we know for the first 18 months of their government, they weren't concentrating on the cost of living crisis. They were distracted by the voice. They weren't dealing with the issues that we have here. They've finally woken up to that. I'll give them credit. But they are just putting a Band-Aid on. They're not addressing the core issues, and that's why you need more supply into the system. Gas can come online today and into the next 12 to 18 months to put more supply into the market, which will bring prices down. And this government has no short-term or long-term solutions other than $150, which is going to make a difference, but it's not going to make a tangible difference, and it's not going to make a structural difference. So in 6 months' time, the Australian people are going to continue to be worse off if this government are unfortunately re-elected.
Sam,
we're going to keep...
This looks like it is going to be the key policy that Peter Dutton will focus on. Gas on Thursday, my colleague Andrew Clennell reporting that there will be a big ticket policy. It's probably going to be in this area of gas, is what he's reporting.
No, this is a ridiculous assertion by Aaron, by Peter Dutton, by the Liberal Party. We have delivered over the last financial year $300 in savings for every household through energy rebates in every bill. It has been a critical part of keeping down household budgets in a responsible way without contributing to the inflation challenge. It's the right thing to do for our economy. Let's remember that Peter Dutton described that work, that contribution, that policy to help Australian households as a Ponzi scheme. He has opposed every single cost of living measure that the Labor government have put forward. We're looking to extend that rebate program throughout the rest of this calendar year. It's the right thing to do for our communities, it's the right thing to do for households, and it's the right thing to do for our economy. Peter Dutton has flip-flopped left and right. The guy has no policies. At the end of the day, we know that the Liberals don't have answers to these complex problems. We are working through them as a community. The Australian people have been carrying this burden, and Peter Dutton is just playing politics and trying to serve his own cheap political interests.
Aaron Violi, to you on that. I guess the counter that you've made on this program many times is that that promise that was made for reductions in power bills of $275, which didn't eventuate.
Absolutely. And let's be really clear. It's not the Albanese Labor government that is delivering this $150 to the Australian taxpayer. It's the Australian taxpayer that is delivering that money. It's taxpayer money. So they are taking from taxpayers in one way, call it income tax if you like, and then giving
that's
it
the way
back
government
as
works.
a subsidy.
Government makes decisions about taxpayer money. All government money is taxpayer money, mate.
Treat the symptoms, not the cause, Sam. This is the best your government can come up with, mate. The Australian people have seen through it. Treat the symptoms, not the cause. You're taking with one, giving with the other. Get more supply into the market. Bring prices down naturally and through a sustainable structural way. You promised 275 reduction. You broke that promise. Now you're just putting a Band-Aid on this. You don't have any solutions. The Australian people see it.
Hang on a second. Do you support the rebates for Australian households or do you not?
We have said we support them because in a cost of living crisis brought on by the failures
so then
of the
it's
Albanese
bipartisan.
government,
We all support the rebates. Let's stop pretending otherwise.
There needs to be structural solutions as well. You don't have any structural solutions to the challenges the people face. We've said we'll support it because in a cost of living crisis, every dollar counts for the Australian people. But we're not going to pat you on the back for your own failures.
The only answer that the Liberal Party are putting forward here is a pie-in-the-sky $600 billion plan to jam nuclear reactors into weird and random parts of Australia. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous. The Australian people aren't buying it. Peter Dutton stopped talking about it. That's how unpopular this policy is that he's put forward. They flew the kite, 3, 4, 5 months ago, whatever it was. It's the last time that we heard him talk about it.
Aaron, your final thoughts on that?
Well, I mean,
return
we've
of
been
serve?
wonderful. We've strategically announced 7 locations which are going where existing coal-fired plants exist for 3 reasons. 1, it supports those communities that need those sustainable jobs. 2, it saves bushland and it saves agricultural land by less transmission lines. And it's not 600 billion. That's a number made up by the ALP. It's 381. It's 44% cheaper than the renewables energy plan.
How
that
many
the government
reactors?
has. So
How many reactors, Aaron? How many reactors? How many reactors are you planning to put in Australian communities?
The 7 sites, Sam, on existing
how many
locations,
reactors, Aaron?
as I said, to support those
How many
communities,
reactors?
to bring prices down, and to
How
save
many
agricultural
reactors?
land
How
and
many, Aaron?
bushland. We've announced
It's a
those
simple
7
question.
sites, Sam.
How many reactors, Aaron?
Gentlemen, I've got to wrap it up. We will see you both during the week for the budget reply later in the week.